It's hard to say on the basis of that particular story, but I have to say I thought it was a most appalling load of a sexist, misogynist tripe, and I immediately got in touch with Angela, and we had a very friendly exchange. And you know, if we ever find who was responsible for it, well, I don't know what we'll do with them, but they'll be the terrors of the earth. But you know, it's totally intolerable, that kind of thing.
Another story that hasn't gone away over the last few days is the fine you received for breaking COVID laws. Speculation more fines could come, speculation that Sue Gray's report could be devastating for the government as well. Is there any circumstance in which you would look at those reports and go, OK, fair enough, I'll quit?
Well, I tell you what, Nick, there's absolutely no circumstance in which I'm going to comment on that before the thing is complete. And what we're doing here is looking at the incredible efforts of the fans of Bury Football Club to get their club going again. It's a real privilege to be here. I congratulate the local MP, James Daly, on the work that he has put into it. I congratulate everybody involved, the vision of the fans, the people who've got together to get this stadium back up and running again. And the facilities are great. But it's part of what we want to do is to help fans across the country with the independent review that we've got going on under Tracy Crouch, so that we have a regulator, first time in decades and decades, an independent regulator of football who will help fans to stick up for their interests and stick up for the interests of historic clubs, not just like Bury, but others across the country. And I'm proud of the role that the government was able to play in this. We played a small role. We used the community ownership funds, but this has really been led by the fans, and I congratulate them.
How quickly are you going to put that independent regulator into place? When are you going to start making that difference?
You watch. You have to hold your breath, Nick, and just contain your impatience. It's been decades without one, but I'm hopeful we will be able to make rapid legislative progress, but you'll just have to wait.
Is that months? Is it years? Because that's what football fans want to know.
I know they do.
They want to know when this is going to come into place.
We're going as fast as we possibly can, and you're going to have to contain your impatience. But Tracy's just concluded her review. I think it's the right thing to do. If you look at the emotion, the commitment that fans have to clubs up and down the country, it's the right thing to do to help them and to give these clubs a future.
Can I ask you about the local elections? Many in your party seem to be braced for pretty bad results next week, potentially losing 800 seats across England. How bad is it going to be, and is there anything you can do to turn it around?
We are, as you would expect, we're fighting for every possible vote, and I think the case is very, very clear. It is Conservative councils that charge you less. It's Labour councils that have record council taxes, and we're the party that does more to empty your bins, does more to fix potholes. I think I'm right in saying, and you can fact check this if you want, but I think that Conservative councils do 4 times as many potholes, or fill in 4 times as many potholes as Labour councils. What we believe in fundamentally is delivering value for money and getting on with the job. That's what Conservative councillors do up and down the country. They do a fantastic job, and we're going to be campaigning right up till polling day.
Some of your MPs are a bit worried that things going on at Westminster and the partygate saga is having an impact on your vote. Do you still think you're an asset to the party when it comes to elections?
I think the asset that we have is the dynamism, energy and effort that Conservative councillors put in up and down the land to delivering better services based on the sound Conservative principle of taxpayer value. And they run councils more efficiently. I think in my own borough in Hillingdon, which I represent, I think of the work that Conservative councillors put in to use council tax sparingly on things that really matter to people, cutting waste, doing things like actually opening libraries, keeping libraries open, supporting facilities, and making sure that they deliver value for money. That's what this election is about.
Let me just quickly try that one again, though. Are you an asset to your party in this election?
I believe that the greatest asset, I'm not denying that, but I think the greatest asset that the Conservatives have are Conservative values and the way that Conservative councillors up and down the country deliver taxpayer value, better services, more potholes filled in, more bins, more recycling than Labour councils. That's what really matters, and I think that's what people will be focused on, and we'll be fighting for every vote right up till polling day.
And just finally, President Macron's been re-elected. Is that good news for the UK?
I think it's very important that we have in Paris a president of the French Republic who can be relied upon when it comes to some of the most important international issues, and particularly when you look at what's been going on in Ukraine. And it's not right for friendly governments to comment on elections in neighbouring countries, but what I can certainly say is that it is very, very important that Emmanuel and I have been able to work closely together on Ukraine over the last few weeks and months. We share a very common, very similar perspective, and the unity of the West, the unity of NATO, has been absolutely vital for the stance we've taken against Putin, and that will now continue. And I'm very, very reassured by that.